Welcome back to another edition of our Grand Tour of Scotland. What are we in, part 6 now? Let's see. Today we are up in Glencoe, and we are going to fly down to Islay, or Islay as people pronounce it, but it's pronounced Islay. And we're going to do some flybys of my favorite Scotch distilleries, Bunnahabhain, Caol Ila, Ardbeg, Lagavulin, and Laphroaig. I hope I pronounced those right. I think I did. Some of the only Scottish words I am familiar with because I drink a lot of their Scotch. If you like Scotch, you probably have heard of all these places, especially if you like really peaty, smoky Scotch, which is what Islay is famous for. So yeah, we're gonna take off from Glencoe. It is super rainy out, really dark and cloudy. Probably the worst weather we've flown in on this grand adventure of ours. I've never been to Scotland. I don't know anything about Scotland really, other than what I've been learning along the way. It's just kind of an adventure that I'm taking while I'm stuck here in COVID hell. So let's see here. Yes, we are playing live weather. We are playing live everything. That's why it's so gloomy and rainy. If we weren't playing live weather, I'd make it a beautiful day, but I wanted to make this live weather. What time is it in Scotland right now? As I'm recording this, it is 2:11 p.m. on Tuesday, October 27. So with that said, last time we landed in this little farm field in Glencoe, and right now we're going to take off from this field in Glencoe. However, when I landed in it, I didn't realize that I probably couldn't take off from it. So we're going to try to take off from here. We're probably going to hit some trees, but that's okay. I have damage turned off for now. I don't know how much sightseeing we're actually going to be able to see because it's so gloomy, but that's part of the adventure. I got my coffee brewed. Ooh, that's good. And let's go ahead and take off. And actually, let me get my map moved over to my second monitor so that I can kind of figure out where we are and what we're doing. All right, that's taken care of. Alrighty, so let's see here. Put flaps up to 15%. That sounds about right. Trim is neutral. My parking brake wasn't even on, so that doesn't matter. Mixture control, we don't really... Ooh, almost just shut off the plane. I just realized I haven't really been playing around with mixture control the entire time we've been flying this tour, but I guess it really doesn't matter, so I'm just going to leave it at 50% as I cut our engine. Alright, I think we are good to go. Let me turn flight director on. Let me turn nav mode on. And then set our altitude to 2,000 feet. I don't know. I may just have to fly this manually for a little while over these mountains because it is so rainy and I'm not going to be able to see anything. Alright, let's just go ahead and take off. And hopefully we don't completely crash this plane. We did it! Oh god, stalling. Alright, we are airborne, we're picking up speed. Beautiful rainy Scotland. This would be by Ballachulish, or however you pronounce this town right here. I think I'm gonna follow the channel out of here while I'm gaining altitude. There's some blue sky ahead of us. Maybe we'll aim for that. But for now, I'm going to take us out into the follow cam, so we can see what we can see. Turn down my volume a little bit. Hey, there is sunshine ahead of us. Now I'm passing over South Ballachulish and North Ballachulish. Yep, let me put my flaps up. Maybe that'll help us. Yeah, so I do want to go to Scotland someday eventually, and I definitely want to go to Islay, the island we're headed to. I think it's it would be a fantastic trip to just travel to all of those Scotch distilleries. If you've been to Islay, let me know in the comments. All right, we're passing over a little town. I think it's called Kentallen. Coming up here in a second. Let me put my VFR map up so just we can kind of see where we are. Kentallen. All right, let's try to get our bearings here for a minute. I am at 1,300 feet. Turn vertical speed mode on. Increase vertical speed by 500 feet per minute. Let's engage autopilot. All right, do not crash us, airplane. Get rid of this for a second. Some pretty countryside out the window. I am not manually flying right now. This is autopilot getting us on our course. I think we might do our song and dance number kind of early here because, well, we still have this sunshine coming up here. Might be pretty. It is windy out. But where are we? We are making our way south. It's gonna take us a while to get to Islay, so I think so that this isn't like a 2-hour long video, I think I'm going to start our little song and dance soon and use that to skip over some of these areas in between Glencoe and Islay. Trying to figure out where we are real quick. We're gonna kind of fly near the Oban distillery, I think, which is another great Scotch, but I don't think we're gonna try and find that one. All right, we are coming up on Port na Croich, Kinloch, Appin, Arditor, Port Appin. All right, let me pop out of here real quick. Why am I losing speed? Hey, a rainbow. And we're back. Wasn't that fun? It really is gorgeous. I thought this was going to be a gloomy episode, but yeah, it turned out to be quite a pretty day in Scotland. Wow. Now, let's see where we are. All right. We're getting kind of close to Islay. This little nook up here, our first distillery is going to be right around here according to my map, and that will be Bunnahabhain, which is right around here. In the meantime, we can read some facts about Islay. The southmost island of the Inner Hebrides, known as the Queen of the Hebrides. The island's capital is Bowmore, which I think is another Scotch. Alright, this is what I was looking for. Today, Islay has over 3,000 inhabitants on the main... Oh, and the main commercial activities are agriculture, malt whiskey distillation, and tourism. The island has a long history of religious observance, and Scottish Gaelic is spoken by about a quarter of the population. Its landscapes have been celebrated through various art forms, and there is a growing interest in renewable energy. Islay is home to many bird species, such as the wintering populations of Greenland white-fronted and barnacle goose, and is a popular destination throughout the year for bird watchers. The climate is mild, blah, 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 blah. Alright, what else do we want to see here? Distilling. Islay is one of 5 whiskey distilling locations and regions in Scotland, whose identity is protected by law. There are 9 active distilleries. Very strong peaty flavored Scotch, which we talked about before. The most intensely flavored of all Scotches come from Islay. Oh yeah, the oldest distiller on Islay is Bowmore, which opened in 1779. In general, the whiskeys from this island are known for a pungent, peaty, smoky, and oily flavor, with just a hint of salty sea air and seaweed. Now, some of you are listening to this and probably thinking, that sounds like absolute garbage, disgustingness. But to people like me, that sounds like the most delicious thing ever, and it is the most delicious thing ever, so... Not all the Scotch is super expensive, but the Scotch from this island is very popular and isn't produced in mass quantities, so... I'm trying to think. Probably the cheapest Islay Scotch you'll find. You could probably find a bottle of like 10-year Laphroaig for like $40 maybe, 50 bucks, $40 probably. But if you want to pick up a bottle of Lagavulin or some of the others, I mean, obviously there are more expensive kinds. But I think Lagavulin will run you about $80 to $90 a bottle. But yeah, it's good stuff. If you do like Scotch and you haven't had a chance to try any of the Scotches from Islay, I would definitely recommend it. Alright, media and the arts. I don't want to know that. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna pop us out into showcase mode for a minute. Wow, it is a windy city up here. Alright, I'm gonna leave this running. And if you want to skip ahead to when we get to Islay, we'll be there shortly. But in the meantime, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the scenery for roughly 5 to 10 minutes, or however long this takes to get to wherever we want to go. I'll leave the map up so you can kind of see where we are. BRB. Okay, I'm back. Let's take autopilot off. Reduce our throttle a little bit. And turn our aircraft towards Bunnahabhain. So this is Bunnahabhain Distillery on Bunnahabhain Bay. I'm gonna jump us back out into our follow cam. I'll take this off for a second. So here we go, stop number 1 on our distillery tour of Islay. sitting on Bunnahabhain Bay is the Bunnahabhain distillery, which are these big white buildings in front of us. All right, now let's turn south. Not crash our plane while I'm looking at the map here. Pull the VFR map up. Zoom in a little bit. Figure out where we're going. I think this one right here is Caol Ila. Very close to Bunnahabhain. There you go. And the next one on our stop is much farther south. Sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once here. I'm trying to fly the plane with one hand and browse my map on the second monitor with my other hand. So we just saw Bunnahabhain and Caol Ila. Next stop is all the way down at the south of the island, where we're gonna see Ardbeg. It's gonna be right around here, I believe. In the meantime, we can take in some views of lovely Islay. Here's a little house. All right, let's cut inland a little bit. Islay's a lot more mountainous than I thought it would be. I don't know why I thought Islay was a very flat island. It's obviously not a very flat island. Sorry, was getting a phone call. Getting distracted over here. Actually, I really need to take this phone call, so I'm gonna pause real quick. All right, we're back. Oh, that was close. My car is getting its oil changed, and that was the mechanic telling me it's ready to pick up. All right, where are we? And where is Ardbeg? So Ardbeg is... roughly right here. So we want to turn this direction. What is that? Is that a landing strip? That is a very small landing strip. Alright, we're gonna hit Ardbeg, Lagavulin, and Laphroaig in rapid succession, as they are all very close to each other. Which is good to know if you ever want to go travel to Islay and hit up 3 amazing distilleries. You can do Ardbeg, Lagavulin, and Laphroaig with relative ease. And I'll just show you how easy it is here in a second. It is windy today. This plane is getting blown around. Okay, here's the Ardbeg distillery. Right below us, that's the Ardbeg distillery on the ocean. And we're gonna follow this main road. Down here. To the Lagavulin distillery, which is right here. And then we're gonna follow the road a little further. To the Laphroaig distillery, which is right here on this little inlet. So all 3 of these distilleries are right on the ocean, very close to each other. There's Laphroaig. Now, I know a lot of people who like peaty Scotch say that Lagavulin is the best and their favorite, but... And I haven't had a lot of the expensive bottles because the nice bottles of all of these peaty Scotches are in the hundreds of dollars, but... This is the town of Port Ellen, if anyone's wondering. Personally, I really like Laphroaig. It's one of the more peatier Scotches. Wow, Port Ellen looks beautiful. You just vacation in Port Ellen and just go to all these distilleries all the time. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, yes. Everyone loves to say Lagavulin's the best, but... And I do like Lagavulin. But I really like Laphroaig. All right, let's land in a field here. All right, let's put our flaps all the way down. Wow, the wind is blowing us sideways. Do you see this? That is crazy sauce. Let's turn and face the wind. Windy day. Yeah, there we go. A nice windy landing. Did you see how much that wind was affecting our landing? I don't think I've ever had to deal with that in this game before. That was intense. All right. Anyways, if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button. And if you aren't already, please hit that subscribe button, as nothing lets me know you want me to make more videos than a growing subscriber number. If you haven't checked out the other videos in our Scotland series, be sure to check those out. What are we doing next time? I think next time we're wrapping this up. Let me see here. Yeah, man, I think next time we're gonna go from here over to Glasgow, and we will have done our complete circle of Scotland. We went from Edinburgh to Pitlochry, and then we went from Pitlochry down to St. Andrews, and then up to Aberdeen, and then we went from Aberdeen to Inverness, and then we went from Inverness to Skye. And we went from Skye to Glencoe, passing through Fort William, and now we just did Glencoe to Islay. So next up is Islay to Glasgow, and that'll wrap up our Scotland tour. And I think we are going to go to the Caribbean next. And this isn't set in stone, but I think next time I want to do Trinidad and Tobago to Grenada, and then hit up every single one of these islands up until Puerto Rico. Do this whole stretch right here. That would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Maybe we won't do all of these. That'd be like 15 episodes, but we could do 2 islands per episode. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I think I'm going to do the Caribbean next. That'll be nice and fun. And the Caribbean looks really cool from the air in this game, so it'll be a pretty trip as well. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.